Actually, just to expand a bit on your business and what it does, we've just sort of touched on it there, but just give us a bit broader information about what your company's doing.
Well, Constructive Energy is, my little strapline is make the most of your energy, and that is, I guess, whether it's the sun that's shorting, or the energy that's in your home by making it more efficient, or indeed your own personal energy. I deal with renewable energy at a medium scale, so not the really big grid connected stuff, but not the household or small business stuff either. So basically in that local government, 5 megawatt kind of scale. And then the other part of my business is around energy efficiency. So I work as an associate partner for Green Homes International, and that's now launched into New Zealand and the US as well.
We'll talk about green homes shortly, but let's go back to Constructive Energy and your work with local governments. What's the uptake been like? Are people curious about it? Do they know anything about it, how it works for a government area?
Yeah, most of the interest so far has been driven by people just going, oh my goodness, my bills have gone through the roof. We've pegged with rates. How do we afford this uncontrollable, rise and swing in energy? Now, interestingly enough, the amount of renewables coming into the grid is now really, but it will put downward pressure on prices. So we're going to see the energy costs fall a little bit. Whether retailers pass them on or not is a bit like the petrol pump thing, isn't it? But the uptake is good. I mean, I think, as I said before, local governments, they want their communities to succeed. They know they have a leadership role, and they know something's happening in this energy space. They're just not quite sure how to get hold of it and what to do. And I always take them through a values-based process, so by starting to say, well, what is it that you want for your community, and then how can producing your own energy locally help you create that?
Just in terms of dollars and cents, I understand that the cost of implementing something like this for a council, it's going to vary, but what sort of savings are there to be had with these types of systems?
Look, it ranges, but and it's a slightly difficult question to answer, but I think 20% is quite a reasonable figure in the short term. Of course, once you've paid off that infrastructure, that number, ramps right up.
Seems like a no-brainer.
Look, it does, yeah, it does. And, some of the councils are coming to me because they want to be able to offer, cheaper energy rates to businesses and keep them in town, recognising that there's a lot of pressure on small manufacturing firms, for example. So wouldn't it be great if council can invest in the infrastructure and then sell that energy at a reduced cost to their local businesses? That's certainly a driver for a lot of them.
Are there some downsides or weaknesses within the solar energy model that you talk about?
Yes, certainly. Buyer beware. The market is volatile. We're not really sure where that's going to go, although the price is holding up at the moment. So, building the business case around them can be complicated. But that, again, is where local governments are good, because we can link that array or that generation capacity to known demand and customers. So if you've got customers and you can lock in a price, then you can settle down your business case. If you're not doing that, then you're taking a bit of a gamble that the market's going to pay you enough to pay off the infrastructure. Like anything, like we talked about at a residential level, you'd be wanting to make sure you get the technical aspects of the plant right. The next great wave is in battery storage, and there are some different options coming out now, or even pumped hydro. Some local governments may be able to make use of that, obviously based on their terrain. But there are the usual sort of technological constraints, but that, to be honest, that's just engineering. It's not that hard to get that right.